Finally, OnePlus just launched their OnePlus 8 Pro, and that is a real legitimate and I want to say worthy of being a flagship. Hey there people, how are you doing? So today, as you might already know, OnePlus had their launch event for their flagships, the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro. I think they're real interesting and they might be quite easily one of the best phones of the year. Starting off with the exterior, or as some might like to call it, the design. It is a typical OnePlus phone, the back looking almost undifferentiable from last year's OnePlus 7 Pro. It's a good old metal and glass sandwich with aluminum rails, just what we like. And there is a really good variety of colors right there. My favorite being the matte glacial green, and well, it's super fresh and super nice. Then we have the exclusive interstellar glow for regular OnePlus 8, which suspiciously happens to be almost identical to the aura glow we had for the Note 10 Plus from last year. Then we also have the glossy onyx black and ultramarine blue for the Pro. Of course, we have the first ever for a OnePlus phone, an official IP68 rating for water and dust resistance. Well, congratulations OnePlus, you made a flagship. But it seems that the OnePlus 8, the regular one, does not have anything as such. I guess they had to do some kind of cost cutting somewhere, and this is a good place as any. The 8 Pro is also larger and heavier than the OnePlus 8. The dimensions will be right up on your screen. Now let's talk about that display. I think that the OnePlus 8 Pro could quite easily have the best display on the market as of now. The 8 Pro has a 6.78-inch Fluid AMOLED display which comes in at QHD Plus resolution with a refresh rate of 120Hz. Yup, it's all here. And of course, the super fast 240Hz touch response rate. There's literally no compromise here. On the other side of the spectrum, we have the OnePlus 8, which has a menial Full HD Plus screen and a 90Hz display. No 120 here. Pretty unfortunate if you ask me. Then there's also HDR10 Plus support on both, but the Pro has 10-bit color. Now, this is important because if you want to watch HDR content, then the 10-bit color will help display almost 1 billion colors on your screen, and it's way better. It prevents a lot of artifacting as compared to any of the 8-bit panels we have out there right now. But it doesn't end here. We are going to have an MEMC chip. What this does is it adds frames to say a 24 FPS content to make them appear smoother. It basically makes a normal video appear as though it's shot in 60 FPS, even though it's not. Honestly, I'm super excited to try this out. There's also the in-display optical fingerprint scanner, and this time around, there appears to be no pop-up mechanism even for the Pro. Instead, we have the much more standardized hole punch display. I think that basically wraps up the display. Now, let's talk about the performance in these. Now, I am very happy to report that there are zero compromises when it comes to performance in both the 8 and 8 Pro. We have the top-notch, latest and greatest Snapdragon 865. There's also 5G support with the Snapdragon X55 modem. And there's 128 or 265 GB of storage options, depending on whatever you want. And both the phones have UFS 3.0. It's just super fast. We also have 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, and well, you can pick your poison here. But the RAM on the 8 Pro is actually LPDDR5. Now this RAM is actually much more faster and more importantly has higher efficiency as compared to the LPDDR4X RAM that's being used in the OnePlus 8. Now for the cameras. Both the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro have 48 megapixel cameras, but the 8 Pro has the latest IMX689 sensor from Sony, while the OnePlus 8 uses a previous generation IMX586 sensor. And interestingly, the ultra-wide camera that we have on the OnePlus 8 Pro is also a 48 megapixel sensor. I think that's maybe the highest in an ultra-wide camera right now. But then on the OnePlus 8, we have a normal 16 megapixel sensor. It should be good enough. We also have the telephoto lens, and it's coming in at 8 megapixels with 3x zoom. And the 8 Pro also has a 5 megapixel color filter camera. Well, I'm gonna have to try it out to understand what it really does. Now, these two are actually for the 8 Pro only. The OnePlus 8 actually only has a 2 megapixel macro camera. Interesting choice, because on the 8 Pro we can technically take macro shots with the ultra wide lens. Then for video, we have 4K 60 for both of them. Well, it's kind of obvious at this point in time. And then there's this one exciting feature called single frame HDR. Now, this one performs quite similarly to improve the dynamic range of a video, just like the smart HDR that Apple uses in its iPhones. And of course, we have Android 10 with Oxygen OS. It's one of the cleanest skins you can get, and well, I frankly like it. We also have a nice set of Dolby Atmos tuned stereo speakers in the typical orientation, one of them in the earpiece and the other bottom firing. Moving on to the battery, we are getting 4510 mAh on the 8 Pro and 4300 mAh on the 8. Not the largest out there, but I think it'll last the day just fine. We also have OnePlus's good old Warp Charge 30T, which can top up your phone from 0 to 60 in just 30 minutes. It's just blazing fast. And then, the one feature that I have always wanted in a OnePlus phone is wireless charging. Yep, they finally have it, and it comes in with a blast. We have 30 watts of wireless charging capability on the OnePlus 8 Pro, and only the 8 Pro. Yeah, we have nothing of that sort on the OnePlus 8. A little bummer, but alright, fine, at least we have wireless charging now. The Warp Charge 30 wireless can top up your OnePlus 8 Pro from 0 to 50 in just 30 minutes. That's pretty much as fast as you can get with wired. Okay, so for the pricing, we have the OnePlus 8 starting at $700, and it goes up to $800 for more storage and RAM, while the 8 Pro starts at $900 and goes up to $1,000. Yep, directly in flagship territory. So I would like to know from you guys, if you think that for the price, is the OnePlus 8 Pro flagship enough or not? Let me know in the comments. Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay home, stay safe. I will be seeing you guys later. Cheers.